cutting the video now. So let me show you one small layout, how it has to be done in tables. If you have not done it, let's check any layout website. Majors. I hope everyone can hear now. If there is any issue, please do let me know if there is any issue. Okay, I am just taking this template. So what I'm doing is now creating a notepad. Since I have already showed you, I'm going to write little faster than usual, so just follow with me. Layout HTML, layout.html. Okay. Okay, it has to be all files and save. Excellent. HTML, open, close, tag. The body close tag. So first of all, before I start anything, I have to make sure understanding the layout. So I cannot simply start writing. So first of all, hey, how many rows I have? I have to identify number of rows, and I have to start imagining, visualizing the concept, how to convert it to HTML using tables, especially when you are dealing with the tables. So now I'm taking this template, left one. I think left one is quite difficult. It will take a lot of time, and I'll take right one. So this one has, first of all, I need to consider rows. This one row, and this black second row, and this is story headline third row, and the remaining whole section I'm taking as a fourth row. So inside that fourth row, I'm going to take that as a table again. So again, first row, second row, third row, and this is fourth row. Inside fourth row, I'm going to take this as a table. So let's try again. Let's try to write a body. Of course, I've done right head. Okay, table. And cell padding equal to 0. Cell spacing equal to 0. Border equal to 1 for the time being. I can remove that once after writing CSS. So now, as I said, I am taking 3 rows, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 rows, right? 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. So now I've taken the 4 rows. In this fourth row, first row, I have only one column. So since I'm taking only one row, so every row contains only one column. So far, okay, you're still not able to get my voice. Everyone, can you please start here? I'm sorry if I'm going like that. Can someone ping me if you're not able to get the voice? Guy, are you not able to listen me? Okay. Fine, excellent. We are able to listen. Okay, good. Audible, listen. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I have taken 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. In the first row, again I have, if you see, uh, with this I need to take another table. So see here, this is where you need to understand what you need to take, whether you need to use a call span, whether you need to use a nested table. So if you want to use call span for this, it is going to be a more complicated thing, because this one contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, 6 columns, and this one contains 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 5 columns if you want to give a space for this as a 1 column. So 1 and space contains 1 column, and this one 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6, and even this one also we want to give a space also 7. So it's going to be a complication. So what we can do is, here we can take nested tables. That's what we are doing. We are going to do right now with this example. Now just take here TD. Inside the TD, I'm taking another table here. All I need to remember is, first thing, first style type is equal to text slash CSS blah blah style. Now first thing I need to do is, for every table, for every TD, I have to do one thing. Text align left, vertical align top, which means for every TD, the item, the content will align top left corner. If you don't do this, by default table has TD, by default TD will align things to the center of the cell. So we have to do this mandatory if you are especially if you're dealing with the nested tables. So vertical top. If you want to align inside the table later on, you can do again a different style sheet. But anyway, let's not make it complicated. So once we are doing example, you will know. Now, so all I'm doing is I'm just copying the whole thing and just paste. Done. So now inside table, I have inside TD, I have table. Oh, is someone commenting? Yeah. Okay. Now, what else we have here? Table I have to take. How many columns I have to take is very important. Here I'm taking a 1 columns for a small space over here. As you can see, before left arrow, I'm taking 1 column for left arrow, and taking 1 column for right arrow, and 1 column for space, 1 column for C, and 1 column for input, 1 column for this burger symbol, 1 column for this. So we have we need to take this many columns, or you can simply align them, just taking like this is a 1, the whole thing is a 1 column, and 2 and 3. I'll take only 3 columns, and the 3 columns I'll provide the icons. Let me show you how it can done. Okay, let's take a TR. In the TR I need to take how many columns? I'm taking 3. It's don't need to confuse, it's your capability how you can take the columns. Mostly you don't use tables for this type of website designing or structural designing, because it's my job, so I'm just explaining you tables also, because there will be sometimes you might need to do with tables also. So I'm just explaining a table, but mostly whatever the template you're seeing here, you do it in devs only, always. Tables is not recommended for the website. Of course, some data tables, if it is related to some listing lot of elements, so we will deal with the tables. But anyway, first of all, we're talking about the creating layouts using tables, so we will do it with the tables. 1, 2, 3. I've taken 3 columns, and I need a left arrow, right arrow, and a refresh symbol. So this is the beauty of if you know both designing and development, you don't need to depend on someone else. So I recommend try to learn design also, but not mandatory. So now I'm going to take this one, view image, save it. Done. Shown folder. Okay, just bear with me. I'm going to open it in the Photoshop and cut it. This is a trial version. Ah, so I just open it. I know it is time-taking process. We have to be a little patient. So I just uh, take this section separately, open it in a new window. This beauty of Photoshop. You can do it. There are a lot of free open source. Even I'm also doing with the same free tools. This is just for the example. I'm doing this. Save for go for JPG images. Desktop. That's arrow. So we need to place everything at one place. So I am going to create a folder called layout, and I'm going to create an images folder where I place all my images over here, and I just close this one and save this, come back, cut it, put it here. So my HTML file and my images, everything should be residing in one folder. It's easy for me to treat as a project, and also to deal with the images. When you're writing in the code, you need to provide the path of the image, right? So now I need a left arrow and right arrow. All I need to do is simple, take img tag. Here img is the image tag, which I have not introduced. So is equal to images. I'm just giving images folder slash left arrow dot jpg. So since this is the inline level element, so it won't take entire line. It will, even if I give one more image, they will sit next to each other. So left arrow, right arrow. All I can do is format or drag. Okay. right arrow. Done. Try out. Beautiful. So it has opened properly, but since we were using, we have not provided any width and height, it's showing up whatever the size of the arrows. But remember, the designer will give you proper size arrows. You don't need to worry about the sizing. But here I need to worry about the sizing. So all I can do is I'll just take an approximate width and height of the image, and I'll provide the width of the image to some 50. This is the attribute for the image. See, now it has come down. Maybe I'll just give some 20. Since it is a small icon, you can say 20. Now it's went to 20. Don't worry about so many borders. That is because you have given a table inside table. So that's the reason it is showing up borders. So what is the next icon? Next icon is the refresh icon. So interesting. Icon refresh. My bad. Refresh icon and save it. Go to here our code. Of course, not that. I just copy one more image tag and paste it. And take this. Paste it. P and Z. So all I did is I just took one more refresh button and place it next to it. So as you can see now, it seems the refresh icon size is how much? Go to details, you can see the dimensions 128 by 128 pixels. Excellent. Now, what is my next thing? Another input style. So I have not introduced a form, so I'm not taking that right now. Let's say I'll just give how many columns that I have taken first of all. 1, 2, 3. I'll give 20% to the left column, 60% to the middle, and 20% to the right column. Let's try. This is the first column, right? TD. Width is equal to 20%. So I think first let me create a layout and forget about the content inside. We'll talk about the content later. Since I have not given any details about the tags, let's talk about the layout only right now. Refresh. Beautiful. Now it is working fine, and we have not provided any width to the table. So now I'm going to provide this width, saying that hey, width is equal to 80%, and I'm saying to the align is equal to center. This is what? This is the main table. So I'm fixing main table to 80% and align it to the center properly. And inside that I have a one row. Inside that row I have another table. I am just making it as a width is equal to 100%. So these, of course, I have to give for TD also. Width is equal to 100%. This is the TD of main table. So I'm not giving, I'm giving width for inside table inside table TD is 20%, 60% and 20%. So which means what it's supposed to do? So it is taken 80% of the window, and it is taken left side 20% and right side 20% and middle 60%. So in the content, whatever we want to do, we can do. We can deal with the content. But first of all, let me complete the layout so that it will be easy for you to understand. So now I'm going to take next row. Which is the next row? This is what? This is the first row table. So this is the row. So I'm done with this row. So now I'm just taking little gap, and of course I'm taking a little gap for the second row here, and I'm going that. Now I'm taking a one more table. First of all, before taking table, I need to count how many columns that I need to take. One column for the circle, one column for the space, one column for the rectangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can do this. Either you take 5 columns and do it, or if you want to make it more appropriate and controllable, because these 3 icons are set together, right? So 1 column, 2 column and 3 column. Only 3 columns. Again, inside this third column, you can take one more table with 3 columns. Let me take 1, 2, 3. Right now I'm going to take again 3 columns inside the table. Table, and of course, this is mandatory. Yes, that's the problem with the tables. That's the reason we don't use tables at all. But you should know, it's sometimes there are a lot of situations in the real-time scenarios which you might use tables. So the more complicated you work with the tables, the more you understand, and it's easy for you to do anything with any requirement. So that's the reason I'm explaining you uh, the table also. TR. Beautiful. So I have to take 3 columns. TD. Column is TD here, always remember. 2, 3. Now, let's think of the percentage again. I'll just give 10% to this, some 80% and 20%. Now, some 70% and 20%. How do you give these percentages? So basically, if some guy given a template for us, it's not based on percentages. Basically, it's based on pixels. They give you exact 1200 pixel wide template. You need to make sure that entire website is 1200 pixel wide only. You cannot deal with the percentages at that time. So that's the problem with the tables. You cannot build a responsive website if you're dealing with the pixels. If it comes to div, you can build a responsive website even if it is a pixel based. So even if you are giving in a pixels. So let's not confuse you, because there are in upcoming classes I'll explain you what is responsive, then you will understand. So first of all, let's focus on this template right now. Even for the circles we consider as a column. Yes, Srinivas. See, here we are not thinking it as a circle right now. We are thinking it as a block. So once we created the block, we can place the circle image inside that block. That's the idea. So where we don't have any specific columns or specific types for the circle. So we have to consider that as a column. And once we take the column, we can create a circle and put it inside that column. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So I am taking width is equal to 10%. 20%, total 30, 70. So you need to make sure that 3 columns should be having total 100% only, not more than that. If you by mistake give more percentage than that, you will get a horizontal scroll ratio. So it's going to be a hectic problem. So just be careful with the values. You don't give whatever you want. Just make sure 10 plus 70, 80 plus 20, 100. That is only inside TR, inside a single TR. So now let's try layout. See the layout? It came, but we have not given the height for any TR. We're not able to see. Here, remember, height is equal to 50, which means I have given height for this TD. It will apply automatically for remaining TDs because since it is staying in a single row. So now see, as you can see, it has applied properly, and it seems I have not closed some TD somehow. Width is equal to 10%, width is equal to 70%, and yeah, told you width is mandatory for every table. So again, I'm giving 100% width. Actually, here I have not given any width, so the table was stick whatever it with the padding and itself. So now, as you can see, it has populated properly. Same as here, what we were expecting, approximately, not exactly. Yeah. So when we're dealing with divs, I'll explain you without pixel perfection conversion. So you don't need to worry about it right now. Just focus on the layout, how we can create nested tables. Now, story headline. So which means it's just very straightforward. We don't need to take any table inside it because it's only one column. So for this third row in the main website, third row, all I need to do is say height is equal to 250. Done. Let's check. See, all I need to do is just taking height, and I don't need to take any table inside. So I can give the image or slide or whatever I want to do. So let's say if I want to do something else, again, if I want to do table, maybe you can take a table inside and do whatever the stuff you want, basically. And next, third, I'm going to consider this entire row as another table. Fourth row, which is, so I have to take another table because the structure is completely different. Now TD, inside TD, I'm just taking one more table. Okay, I'll take this one. Yeah, closing is mandatory. Please close it immediately. Beautiful. Now what is that? How many columns I have again? So here, I think by mistake it has been extended to here. It's supposed to be here. We cannot do this, even if this is a requirement, we cannot do this in tables. We have to deal with divs only. Since we are in tables, I don't consider this as extended. Like I think it is from up to here only. So now, how many rows I can take now? Think of it. I'm taking this as a one row and this entire thing as another row. So I can consider this as an image. Right now this is an image and these three are images. So this is the heading and this is a text. This is a heading, this is a text. So which means we have two paragraphs, one image, and one paragraph and one heading. So I'll take this thing as one row. I'll take these three things as one row, and this as one row, and these two has one row, and this has one row, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take a 4 rows. If anyone have questions or confusing, just please chat over here or wait until everything is complete so you will understand. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course the last one 5. let's talk about the first row. So this is how you need to do. Just go one by one. Don't think about other rows and when you're working with one row. So that's the reason I pull it down other rows. So now I need to work with the first row. What is the first row contains? Heading and some text. So all I need to do is bring out some header tag. Hold on. What is it? Someone is saying something. Can we add height or width to the TR? No. So there is no, you have to give height and width only to the TDs, not TRs. It's highly recommendable. If you want to know the rule, you can go for W3 validation. There also they'll recommend, they don't recommend height for the TR. Always for width, TD. Everything you deal with TD only. TR is just like, holder. So don't write anything to TR. Maybe for CSS you can write attributes, you can write styles. If you want, you can take a class attribute and give it, because if you give a height or width to the TR, it won't work. It will overwritten anyway by TD. Okay, now a heading and one paragraph. I'll take some dummy heading, H1, paragraph. Something, any paragraph. I'm just taking it here. So this is not my stuff. This is some other website, which is webflow.com. So I'm not owner of that. I'm just taking just for the testing purpose, just copy paste. I'm not using it anywhere in the website, in any websites. So some random text. So I think I go for lorem ipsum for the next time. Now I'm done with the heading and the paragraph, and go here and check out layout HTML and refresh. Beautiful. So here, as you can see, it is a title and it has a heading, but there is no space here, if you see, right? That is because we have not given any space for the cell spacing is 0 actually for anything. So for TD here itself, instead of cell spacing, there is an attribute called padding. So I'm giving 15 pixels. Padding is work like a cell spacing, cell padding. It's almost similar to cell padding, but we will talk more about these concepts in divs. I don't recommend, it's okay. Padding means basically it will give space inside the cell. So which means this is a cell inside, it will give 15 pixels, top, left, bottom, right. When I say padding, it is giving on 4 sides. When I say padding top, it is giving only on the top. Now I am giving padding 15 pixels, so it will apply for uh, 4 sides. Now see, this is applied for every TD because I have given for a TD. So I want it like that. So now it's done. And next, what else? I'm done with the first row. And the second row. Second row contains again 2 columns. But if I cannot separate it 2 columns, because as you can see here, first heading and title, first title and text, and first title and text, but here the image is there mixed up with 2, and again if you see, second paragraph is coming under image a little bit, which means the image supposed to comes in the middle of the text. So now what I can do with that, sorry, what I can do with that is, where is my code? Here is my TR, right? I'm done with the first TR, so there is no confusion. So I'm going into the second TR. As you can see, we cannot write any content without TD. You have to start with TD. td. So here usually what we can do, is again I'll take another table and two columns, but it won't work. We have to take in a single column only, because of the image is coming overlapping the second paragraph. It won't work if you give a column. So what I have to do, I'll just copy the whole thing. What I need one heading and one paragraphs two times. Let's check. It's working fine. Yes, it's coming fine. As you can see, there is no border between them since they are both in a same page. Now I need to take an image. So all I can do is I'll just put it at the top of the second paragraph. As you can see here, why I am putting at the top of the second paragraph? Hold on. Is that the requirement? No, it's supposed to come from the first paragraph. So I'll put here. I'll give you an example why I'm putting here images slash. Okay, I need a sample image. Rectangle image. Brilliant. Awesome. Google is awesome. So I'm just taking this, save it. Rect. I just save it as a rect. Here. Now I'm taking source is equal to image. Oops, sorry. Rect dot jpg. Now save it and go here. Go to our layout. Refresh. As you can see, image is placed at the top of the text as usual. So one by one. But I want to display it to the right side. So what I can do, align is equal to right. So the image size is too big. So I'll just make it to width is equal to 400. As you can see here, I've just taken width 400. Now it is exactly come as per my requirement. But there is no space little bit. What I can do is I can do this. I'll take a go here. That image here. I'll say I'll write inline style attributes. Style is equal to, I'll give padding or margin. I'll give margin. I'll explain margin and padding in the upcoming videos. Margin 10 pixels. As you can see here, you might find a little difference over here. When I give a width as an attribute to the tag, I'm giving in quotes. But when I'm writing inside style, I'm giving, I'm not giving in, and also I'm not giving px here, but I'm giving px here. So there is a difference. If you give as an attribute directly, you don't give a pixel, you don't need to give, it will take automatically. But when you are writing inside style tag, inside style attribute or internal style tag, its pixels is mandatory for anything. Just remember that for the time being. You understand. Margin 10 pixels and just refresh the page. Check out here. It's frustrating. Okay. As you can see, there is a space, a properly aligned space. Now, next requirement, next row, we have three images, three rectangles. So now here, since we have three rectangles, we might think, hey, can I take one more table inside and take three rows? Yes, you can. In that way, if you take one more table again inside this row and take three rectangles, You can, but you don't need to actually. All we can do is take an image. Sorry, where is that image? Yeah, I'll just take the same image, of course. Here, this is the TD. This is the next row, right? I need to concentrate on this row right now. I don't need to give even 3 TDs also here. Since it is a straightforward image, all I can do is directly provide 3 images. So this is the thing that which you need to understand here. So every time you don't need to give a same number of oh, remember, all these TRs must and should have a same number of TDs. But anyway, inside TR you are taking only content, so here no issues. But make sure when you are designing same number of TDs. Anyway, so inside I'm not taking any new table because it's just an image, right? Basically, so I'll just say 200, 200, 200, and with a margin of 10 pixels. If you see here, I don't need to do anything. Automatically, they will align one by one each other. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Automatically, they are aligning each other. But what's happening here? Ah, so now since there is a lot of space available, so let's try. So done. Don't. I'll explain you the developer tool later. So uh, since we are using percentage basis, it's really difficult us to deal with the pixels again. So again, maybe we can say we can go for a 30%. So you can image 30%. So basically, out of 100%, it will take equally 30%, 30%, and it will display accordingly. And why I'm getting this space? Let's see. Mandatory. Let's check. It's supposed to align properly to the center. Ah, interesting. By default, it is aligned to the right. That's the reason it is coming. So I don't want to align anything, because since I have 3 images, they will align automatically next to each other and align it properly. So now this is a left, it's starting from the left, and there is a space remain. That's the reason it is coming here. Now if I want to align everything to the center, all I need to do is for TD, hey, whatever the content inside, make it align center. Now if I refresh, it still won't work because I have written CSS over here saying that text align left. CSS will always take highest priority with respect to attributes. So now what I can do, what is my solution right now? It's quite simple. I'll write inline CSS here for this specific TD, saying that style is equal to text align center. Text align, it doesn't mean only text. Whatever the content inside this TD, hey, align it to the center. That's what we're trying to say there. Now as you can see, these 3 boxes as aligned properly to the center. Same thing. Next, what do we have? Next, one more row. Next row. So now I'm concentrating on another row. So push it aside and open TD, close TD, and done. Now I'm just going to take one example paragraph and enter here and place it here. Done. Go here, go here, go here. Done. So here it's easy to control and blah blah blah. Now what is the next requirement? The next requirement is just an image, rectangle image. So inside this TR, again I'll take a TD, sorry, first TD, and of course I'll take this image, sorry about that, and I'll take image, and of course I'll just say 80%, and I'll take this style and apply it here so that image align will properly to the center of the 3D. Check here, refresh. As you can see, the image is properly aligned to the center, and because of 80% it is not showing up. I'll say 95%. So now there is more space, right? I'll just go there. Done. See? So why I'm getting this thick border? Because that's just an image. That rectangle image has thick border. That's the reason you're seeing that. So we're done with our layout. So this is how layout has to be done. So what about dealing with this circle, providing these boxes and everything? All of them are images. So all you need to do is insert images, create images. Basically designer will provide those images, and you can simply import those images. Or with the latest technology, we have Font Awesome. You can simply give a font style and it will apply icon. But you will get to know once you get a good experience with the uh, you know HTML. Anyone have questions on this? Anyone have questions? Please respond. At least no or something like that. Yeah. 1, 2, 4 attendees. Okay. So that's it with the layout. It's already 1 hour. So from tomorrow, we talk about CSS mostly. So we take a real-time template and start converting it and using CSS. I think not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we'll take real-time template. Tomorrow we'll play with the CSS. So we'll try to give a padding, spacing, everything. We'll try to give colors and everything, and we'll play with the CSS tomorrow. So as for now, today, if you have any questions with respect to this layout, please do let me know, because today I'm going to give you at least 3 to 4 layouts for the assignment. So here's the thing, you don't need to worry about, if I give a layout, you don't need to worry about giving images, since it's difficult for you to get the images. But if you see something like this text, please do provide. So whatever I did here, you can do similar. That is fine. You can ignore the images, but the layout is important. Here, this column, this column, this column is very important. So that layout should be very important. If I give you any layout template, you work with it and just upload it in your assignment. Stop.